Hi guys, I wanted to talk about a topic that I've kind of seen talked about a little bit in looming groups over the past probably few weeks, and even over the whole course of the time that I've been actually loom knitting myself. Now, one of the topics I've seen is people come into a looming group and they're upset because somebody approached them and told them that loom knitting wasn't real knitting. And that kind of bothers me because what I feel is that anybody that works with yarn, whether they crochet, needle knit, loom knitting, needlepoint, whatever involves that kind of textile that we use, should be respected. And to me, if a stranger is going to come up to you and disrespect what you're doing when you're not doing anything wrong or illegal or anything like that, then that is kind of strange. And you got to learn to kind of let that roll off your shoulders a little bit, which is very hard to do. I'm somebody that takes things to heart very easily when people tell me things. So the fact that I'm telling you to let it roll off your shoulders, it's very hard. Like, I understand. Like, I do get hurt when people make comments about that, but I also realize that it's their opinion. And I'm going to respect their opinion that maybe they don't believe loom knitting is real knitting, but it's not. It's not needle knitting, it's loom knitting. So that's what they have to understand. It's like, if you're not saying that what you're doing is regular knitting or needle knitting, you're saying what you're doing is loom knitting, and they need to respect that. So if somebody approaches you, especially with being a new loom knitter, you may be approached and have someone try to make you feel bad that you're not using needles or something like that. And your best way to kind of handle that is to just try to take a deep breath and tell them that you are respectful of their opinion, but this is what's working for you. Not everybody can handle needle knitting, not everybody can handle crochet, and so we all kind of have to find what works best for us. And for example, I don't have a lot of crochet videos up because it's not something that I really could sink my teeth into. So I don't have a lot up there. And I only, and that's fine. Like, I may never be a full-on crocheter, but I'll be respectful of those that do. I may never pick up a pair of needles to do needle knitting, but I respect what they do. So the main thing you can do if somebody approaches you and they try to tell you what you're doing isn't right, is just say, I respect your opinion, but this is what's working for me. I enjoy it. I mean, you're not hurting anyone. It's not illegal to loom knit. So just don't take it to heart, especially if you're beginning to loom knitting. I don't want to lose any potential new loomers because they're scared of what people might say or make them feel, because the reality is we are a great loom knitting community that you can find on Facebook and online anywhere. So you're not alone. So just because one person approaches you and makes you feel that way, for every one person that may approach you and say something disrespectful, there are a million of us that will back you up. So keep that in mind and make sure you keep looming and don't take it to heart too much, because you can turn right around and find somebody that's going to support what you do, and that person, you never know, could become a loom knitter down the road.